And hello, America! This is Skippy, bold and brash, with talent on loan from God, documented to be 98% always right. Now, the guy in the headphones staring next to me told me I should read the football scores, even though I really don't care about football, and they nailed during the anthem, and I'm just gonna read the scores for ya. Last Saturday, the Colts beat the Texans 21-7. Also, the Chargers beat the Ravens 23-17. But the Chiefs beat the Colts 31-13. The Cowboys beat the Seahawks 24-22. The Eagles beat the Bears 16-15. And the Rams beat the Cowboys 20-7. Oh, the game's not done yet. Well, so far the Rams are 20 and Cowboys are 7, and the quarter has about 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And there's a 4 at LA 43. I don't understand much about football, but that's why it's going to be very brief today. Now we have got some news for ya. I just found this game called 2048, and it's very addicting, but we're not going to touch upon that. So, my esteemed editor with the headphones and his little counterpart over here pulled up some things for me. Ooh, something about the Oscars. Has a guy named Oscar ever won an Oscar? Wouldn't that be cool? Why is it called an Oscar? I don't know. Nobody ever tells me. But here's the headline. Why no one wants to host the Oscars? Yeah, I really wouldn't either. Bearing some 11th hour intervention, the host of 29 Oscars will be, drumroll please, nobody. While there's a chance that the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences would find someone at the last minute, the previously announced host Kevin Hart definitely won't be keeping the gig. Hart confirmed as much as January 9th, following weeks-long fiasco involving a homophobic tweets and jokes he made in the past. He was stepping down amid an extended controversy over what may seem as his refusal to truly apologize for those tweets and jokes, and a misguided attempt by Ellen DeGeneres to help rehabilitate Hart's image and reinstate him as a host. Well, already, I don't know, Oscars, Golden Globes, and stuff like that just seemed like a waste of time. Just a pat on the back for people who, already made their money or already did stuff. And it's like, oh, well, our movie's superior. Well, you need an Oscar to tell you that? And I remember one year where Baby Boss won the Best Animated Picture. And that was the same year that the Lego Batman movie came out. There's a movie that's clearly better, and it's not Baby Boss. Baby Boss is terrible, but, what are you shaking at me for? What are you shaking at me for? What? He's saying Boss Baby to me. Do I need to explain? Boss Baby is where a baby was and that's all I'm gonna say. The baby was a boss, and it was stupid. And, I really don't want to read this whole article because it really just seems like saying something. Kevin Hart's not going to take the job. Who's going to take the job? I don't know. Who cares? Do people even watch the Oscars? I mean, somebody does, I guess, but it's just they're going through the history of the Oscars. Oh, there's Anne Hathaway. I mean, who cares? Oh, look, there's some people dancing. You know what would be fun in the Oscars? If it was just a giant game of hide and seek. You know how much that fun would be? Just hide and seek or tag, and then all your celebrities just running around. Oh well. Anyway, my next article is going to be political, and it's going to be on abcnews.com. Who is running for president in 2020? Here's a look at where some potential candidates stand. Ooh, this I like to see. So is this confirming 2020 thing? Let's find out. Following Democrats' sweeping victories in the House of Representatives during the 2018 midterm elections, many in the party are already looking ahead to 2020 presidential election and the opportunity to unseat President Donald Trump. A number of people presumed interested in the Democratic nomination were active during the midterm campaigns over the past few months, and some have even begun to travel to Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina in the early caucuses and primary states. Here's a look at some of the most talked about potential candidates, what they have been up to recently. Here's former Vice President Joe Biden. Biden, who declined to run in 2016, was one of the busiest surrogates on behalf of Democratic candidates nationwide this year. The former vice president endorsed a number of successful party and upcomers such as Senator-elected Christine Sima, Representative Connor Lamb, and elects like Mikey Sherrill and Elisa Slotkin. This week, Biden endorsed former Mississippi Senate candidate Mike Espy. Espionage, more like. It doesn't make sense. It was just a pun. I'm sorry. I don't know. It just kind of says Biden's just dodging questions, and we don't know for sure. Then here's the New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. A billionaire Democrat turned Republican turned independent turned Democrat again. Bloomberg spent $100 million this year to assist in his ultimately successful goal of flipping the House and to boost several Senate candidates. Last month, Bloomberg re-registered as a Democrat less than a month after Times of London report that he'd settled on a presidential run. Bloomberg commented earlier this year that a run as a Democrat was a possibility. Who's next? Sherrod Brown, Cory Booker, Julian Castro. Is he related to Fidel Castro? I don't know. Oh, he was gonna be Clinton's vice president, or was a pick anyway, but then it went to Tim Kaine. Let's hear John Delaney, Christian Gillibrand, Kamala Harris, Richard Obejeda, Beto O'Rourke. I think Beto O'Rourke is running. O'Rourke's near miss in his Texas Senate race against Senator Ted Cruz riveted Democrats across the country, who poured a record amount of money into the third-term congressman campaign and won him an army of supporters who are already hoping that his newfound fame will lead him into the presidential race. But asked about the possibility by TMZ earlier this month, O'Rourke said, "I haven't made any decisions about anything." I thought he was running, isn't he? Maybe not. I don't know. But, yeah, I bet that they're regretting pouring a bunch of money for him to lose to Ted Cruz. Hi, Bernie. Bernie Sanders. Sanders, who was Clinton's primary rival in the 2016, admitted in recent days that he's looking at running in 2020. "I haven't made any decisions about anything," he told MSNBC News Sunday. The Vermont senator, who recently turned 77, was active on the trail this year, endorsing a large number of progressive candidates coast to coast and embarking on a 9-state campaign tour that took him through Iowa, Colorado, and California, among other states, with competitive racing. I need to be louder? Well, they want me to do my Sanders voice. We want change now. Brenda, I'm old here. I need you to feed me. Hey, Hillary, you want to go to Denny's after this primary? Denny's. I like Denny's. But I don't have any false teeth with me, so I can only eat the applesauce there. Oh boy, I lost. Oh, that's not good. I'm sorry, but it's funny. Not Tom Sawyer, but Tom Steyer. I don't know who you are. Eric Swalwell. Yeah. Oh, Pocahontas. Elizabeth Warren. Warren, who cruised to re-election in Massachusetts this year, has the support of at least one high-profile politician as she considers her 2020 plans. "I hope she's running for president because I think it would be very easy," President Donald Trump told reporters in October after Warren released accounts of a DNA test indicating she had distant Native American ancestors. Barely. Like, Not really. She's like 1,000% actually Indian. And that's not the issue. The issue is she got a free college education for it. That's the issue. Now, I seen a poster maybe 2 weeks ago that, or maybe it was 1 week where it was Trump. Trump retweeted something that said, Elizabeth Warren for president won over 2020. And I appreciate that because it's true. A prolific fundraiser whose staffers spent time in a number of early primary states, Warren admitted in September that following the midterms, she would take a hard look at running for president. Well, I wish they'd say something. You want to run for president? Run for president. And yeah, that's about the end of the article. Let's see here. What do we want to talk about next? News about Obama? Any news about Obama is, what's he doing now? I really haven't heard from the poor guy. But I have heard stuff that comes up that said in his earlier days, along with Crying Nancy and Chuck U. Schumer, stating that they would like to have a wall, before Trump said he'd like to have a wall, and they flip-flop on that apparently. So, no Obama news today. He's okay. Let's see here. The shutdown today. Trump tweets he's waiting for Democrats, which he is. And this is from stlouistoday.com. Here's what the partial government shutdown on day 22. And actually today marks the longest shutdown ever in recorded American history. The previous one was maybe only 20 days, and it was set by Bill Clinton. President Donald Trump tweeted that he is at the White House waiting for Democrats to come back from their vacations and work on a deal to end the shutdown. Both houses of Congress adjourned Friday for the weekend. Lawmakers are due back in Washington next week. The shutdown became the longest in U.S. history, eclipsing a 21 closure during the Clinton administration. A brown pelican that landed near the docks in Rhode Island. Why are we talking about a pelican? Will likely remain in the state until after the shutdown because the wildlife group caring for the bird cannot get federal permits. It needs to move the pelican across state lines to a more southern location. What? Oh boy, not the pelican! Somebody help that poor pelican! Quiet, Mary, that's how he gets killed! If you really want to help the pelican, if they're serious about helping the pelican, they wouldn't care. They just take it because they feel like it'd be the good for the wildlife, right? But like I said, not the pelican! Oh boy! Oh, this government shutdown sucks! They're screwing over all these pelicans! Let's see here. Oh, quotes of the day. Democrats should come back to Washington and work to end the shutdown while at the same time ending the horrible humanitarian crisis at our southern border. I am in the White House waiting for you, President Donald Trump on Twitter. He doesn't really have the authority to make a deal. Republican Representative Mike Simpson of Ohio about Vice President Pence. What's coming next? Congress returns to session next week, but it remains unclear when the shutdown will end. Why were they out of session for so long? That's actually a pretty long break. I don't know too many people that get that long Christmas break, not even school children. Anyway, Trump is expected to sign legislation providing back pay to some 800,000 federal workers who have either been idle or working without pay for as long as the shutdown lasts. The entire economic pain spreads. Fallout from the shutdown is hurting Native Americans as dwindling funds hamper access to health care and other services. In New Mexico, one police officer patrolled a reservation larger in size than Houston on a shift that normally has 3 people. Not the Native Americans! No! Actually, Friday was the first day that anybody who was affected by the government shutdown were not getting paid. Every other day during the shutdown, they were still receiving their checks, but not actually doing any work. That's easy money. And listen, you work for the government. You get easy money, all right? I guess you work for your money, but not really. But like I said, not the Native Americans, not the pelicans. No! Somebody open the government! Let's see here. What remains closed? 9 of the 15 cabinet-level departments have not been funded, including Agriculture, Homeland Security, State, Transportation, Interior, and Justice. Some iconic national parks are shuttered as the Smithsonian Museums and the National Zoo in Washington. Wait, museums are run by the government? Not the museums! Why would a museum be run by the government? Well, yeah, I suppose you're right. My little stooge over here said that they could control the information. Thanks, Gollum. I really do appreciate that. Let's see here. Whatever. Let's move on. Who is at work but not getting paid? Some 420. 420. You know what that means? Marijuana. Anyway, 420,000 federal employees whose work is declared essential are working without pay, including the FBI, TSA, and other federal law enforcement officers. Some staff at the state and Homeland Security departments are also working without compensation. The House and Senate have voted to ensure all federal employees will be paid retroactively after the partial government shutdown ends. The bill now heads to President Trump, who is expected to sign it. Expected, but will he? You don't know. He walked out of a meeting last week after they said we don't want a wall. So, quite frankly, you don't know. He could or not. It's 50-50, pretty much. But, yes, in the end, they will get paid. And Friday was actually the first day that they didn't get paid. But was that portrayed in the media? You know, I don't think so. But, like I said, not the Pelicans! Not the Native Americans! Not the zoos! No! This government shutdown sucks! Well, enough of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of the Askers thing. Get rid of who's running. Let's see here. We already did football scores. Let's see here. How much? Well, yeah, we're doing pretty good. This last thing I want to touch on, and I'm really happy about this. Okay, the people have spoken, and they're grateful if the SpongeBob SquarePants song could be used at the Super Bowl halftime show. Yes, please. If you, I know it's a signing thing, but if you're out there, sign, and if you could donate $3. Donate $3 if you haven't already to Wikipedia. Okay? Please pray, alright? We already know it's Sweet Victory, alright? We want Sweet Victory to play at the Super Bowl halftime show. What? Pray right now? Well, I'm not too good at this stuff, but I'm going to offer prayer to you guys that we can have the Super Bowl halftime show be the SpongeBob SquarePants song. Dear Lord, I pray that Sweet Victory can be played at the Super Bowl halftime show, and in honor of the SpongeBob creator Steven Hillenburg, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, who passed away November 2018, so that we can honor him due to this amazing show. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. And I can mention Jesus and God because it's a free country, and the First Amendment protects my right to a free speech. I am doing it peacefully. I'm not infringing on any of you guys. I can mention God and Jesus. Anyway, the article says, if we're up to some SpongeBob SquarePants fans, the Super Bowl 53 halftime show would be an 80s-inspired affair. As a tribute to SpongeBob creator Steven Hillenburg, who passed away in November 2018, one SpongeBob enthusiast has started a Change.org petition for David Glenn Elsley's Sweet Victory, the rock ballad that the Bikini Bottom Super Bowl band hilariously covers in Season 2 episode Band Geeks, to be performed during the big game. The appeal has been signed by more than 1.1 million people as of Thursday. Some of you may or may not know, Steven Hillenburg, the creator of SpongeBob SquarePants, has passed away recently. The petition description reads, as a tribute to his legacy, his contributions to a generation of children, and to truly showcase the greatness of the song, we call for Sweet Victory to be performed in the halftime show. 1.1 million people? That's actually quite a bit of people. We need people to sign this. I'd watch that halftime show. I don't watch the Super Bowl at all, okay? Not at all. And I just don't care. But if they played Sweet Victory, I'd watch that. I mean, I watched the halftime show, but I would watch that. Whether or not the petition will be successful is unclear, but one thing we know for certain is that mayonnaise is still not an instrument. I'm gonna actually go find the petition right now. All right. Let's see here. Spongebob petition. All right, petition. All right, come on. Change.org. All right. So far, it says 1,122,044 have signed. 46, 47. It's going up every minute. 50. And the goal is to reach 1,500,000 signatures. And quite frankly, when I get home tonight, I'm going to sign that. And I'm going to have everybody I know sign it. Like, this is a civic duty, all right? Disliking YouTube Rewind, that's a civic duty. Giving $3 to Wikipedia, that's a civic duty, all right? Taking three steps at a time, that's a civic duty. Wiping the pee off the toilet seat, that's a civic duty. It's just one thing that if you want to be a better human being, that's what you do. So I pray, I ask you guys, humbly, please, sign this petition, all right? Show what the people of America want in this Super Bowl halftime show, all right? Because it would be the best Super Bowl halftime show in about 10,000 years, okay? I'm not even sure that Earth's that old, but it would be the best. And you know what? That's all for me today. So please tune in next time for the next episode of Skippy, Bold, and Brash. That's hot. That's hot.
Do the loser one. Take the L. He's so much better than the real thing. I'll do the floss. Oh. Yeah.
One more thing about making a YouTube video entitled Drive